Yes, you have broken the ancient commandments and crafted a bond with one of the light. Our laws are clear. They demand you be eternally imprisoned. As for the impure child, she must be kept from the path of the dark arts forever.
Unleash your power and awaken the eyes of the world.
Welcome back to Let's Play Bayonetta. Now, the reason I'm saying welcome back is because this is a return for Bayonetta. Now, what I recommend before you start playing is installing data, especially if you're on the PlayStation 3 version. The PlayStation 3 version has had frame dropping issues in the past. I think they've updated it so that it's less of an issue, and if you install, you'll have even less problems than that. I'd also like to note that I've lowered the music volume because I've had issues with the music before for in-game fighting, and I just decided to remove it. I will be editing in my own music for it that shouldn't really have any problems. So yeah. That is all that I need to explain before we get into this game. I will let the introduction take it away, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the return of Bayonetta.
Long since erased from the records of time, there once existed two European clans who served as overseers of history for the powers that be. The Umbra Witches, dwellers of the darkness, and the Lumen Sages, controllers of the light. The clans paid each other great respect, and their efforts to maintain the balance between them defended the just passage of time. Yet one day, that balance was toppled. The once harmonious clans fell into disagreement and stoked the flames of hatred against each other, resulting in an era of strife. The conflict between the Umbra and the Lumen threw all of Europe into a chaotic loop of battle, ambush, assassination, and casualty. It was truly a gruesome war. Despite the tremendous radiance of God shining upon them, the Lumen Sages were gradually weakened by the assault of the secretive Dark Witches. Years after the balance was lost, the war ended in the Umbra Witches' favor. battle-weary witches with little resistance and subjugating those who wish to continue the struggle. Human faith in the miracles of their god pushed the witch hunts further, and soon the Umbra Witches, keepers of the darkness, were extinguished from the earth. All but one.
Welcome to the prologue of Bayonetta, the Vestibule.
It looks like Humpty Dumpty's taking his last fall. Even old Eggman the Destroyer gets scrambled in the end, right? You know, I still don't get why the hell you dragged me out here for these things. I just drop off the merchandise. Hey, bet you can't guess what today is.
I am the way to the city of woe.
Reading the good Lord's book ain't gonna do much. People have been waiting for this asshole to get whacked for ages. Please. Hell, look around. There's no love lost for old Humpty Dumpty. But you gotta keep the outfit happy. We don't take care of him, they take care of us. And I prefer my shoes made out of rubber, not concrete. But hey, it's that kind of town. Without good-hearted souls like us to put these bastards 6 feet under, where'd society be? Of course, the pay's not bad either. Jesus, you really get into this shit, don't you? If it were me, I'd be praying he ends up barbecued. Or at least sunny side up. You can keep praying, but the only way this guy's meeting the Lord is if God's hungry for breakfast. Speaking of hungry, we done here? My kids are baking me a birthday cake tonight. Cute little fuckers, I tell you what. Well then, adios. What the fuck? They're here? For this douchebag? Ah! I hate this damn light. I can't see a thing. Oh! But they're there, ain't they? You hearing me? You can see them, can't you?
I see them. They are instruments of God, descending upon his heavenly rays to earth.
Oh my God!
Dear Lord, grant us guidance and keep safe the souls of our loved ones for all eternity.
Now, what's funny about that is that there was no music for me, but as we get into this scene, we come across the battle tutorial, so I don't have to explain anything about the battling. It does it for itself. So, I want to address a few things as we're going through this tutorial stage. I want to talk about my live commentary. My live commentary will be focusing around being more funny rather than informative. The only information I'll be doing about in live commentary will more or less be about where to find things, some slight strategies against bosses or some enemies. There's the information on witch time, which I don't have to explain either. Haha. And there will be a little bit of talk about the mythology involved with this game, because it's not all just angels versus demons or angels versus witches. It's not as simple as that. There is some mythology behind it. Mostly Judeo-Christian. Now, halos are the currency of the game. They're a reference to rings, which are found in the Sonic games. Because this is published by Sega, they had to make a reference to Sonic. They've also made a reference to Devil May Cry. If you did not know, this game was made by the same director as the creator of the Devil May Cry series. Now she, for some reason, is not doing her... Okay, I guess she ran out of ammo. I don't really understand why she's not doing her... Normally you can hold down triangle and she'll rapidly shoot, but she's not doing it. I don't know. Either way, and the reference to Devil May Cry they've already made is that if you notice, Bayonetta tells Rodin, who is the guy that gave us these guns, she says, "It's very cheeky of you to throw me these cheap toys." Now, the guns that she's holding at that moment, the guns that she's holding are ebony and ivory, which are Dante's default weapons in the Devil May Cry series. In fact, they're his signature guns, which is pretty funny. The game is very heavily based off of Devil May Cry. You'll be gaining items left and right. These guys I'd recommend just shooting. There's really no reason for you to do anything else other than that. Here's where they teach you how to hold triangle and hold circle. You'll shoot. There's also a synthesis system in this game. We'll get to that probably in the next episode. Now for this one you want to repeatedly tap circle or triangle after you initiate the bullet climax, so like that. In any case, I'd also like to take the time to note that this will not be a great run of this game. You'll frequently see me getting very low ranked scores on at the end of the mission, at the end of the levels, because I'm not perfect at this game. I am not the best player. The demo people are much better than I am. If you've ever seen demos of this. I'm definitely not the best. So please excuse me. If you want to watch someone who's better than me, by all means search for it. I'm just doing this because it's a fun game. In fact, I believe that the way that the battle system works, I like it far better compared to Devil May Cry. I like the introduction of Witch Time. It adds like a whole new system to the fighting combat, fighting system of Devil May Cry, and I really like it. Another thing that I want to point out, the Eggman that they were talking about in the earlier cutscene is indeed Eggman from Sonic. It's a reference to Sonic the Hedgehog because this is a Sega published game, as I said before. So they killed Eggman. Another thing that I need to point out is, and and my parents agreed that they would be quiet, and they're watching football or something like that, I don't know. In any case, let's just jump. If you are worried that this game will shove religion in your face, then please do not. This game is not about religion. The game is more so a parody of action fighting games. It very much parodizes
Haven't you figured it out yet?
over-sexualized female characters in gaming. Like Bayonetta, she is a parody of all of them. The only difference they did with her character is that they made her sexuality very confident. She is a very confident woman when it comes to her sexuality. And I think that's actually a good thing. Some people think that it's not. I think it's actually good compared to the constantly over-sexualized characters that we see in today's game. The camera's freaking out. Ah! Alright, come on. This guy is actually very weak to just jumping and pressing circle. He really can't dodge against it. Alright. Just a bunch of halos, and you die. Now I got a gold instead of a pure platinum. I will not be getting pure platinums left and right in this game. I'm not that
Rodin should
good.
be paying me for even touching these toys.
You have any idea how much this is gonna cost to fix? How the fuck do I always get wrapped up in this shit?
Engine still purrs nicely. Now, about this little thing you've been looking into for me, Enzo. Let's have a quick chat.
See? This is why I told you I was going home. I just got held up in the air by some invisible things, and you want an intelligence briefing? It never stops with you!
You keep belly aching like that, and you're liable to wake Eggman from the dead. And I don't think either of you would like that.
Ah!
Catch you later, Bayonetta. Something tells me you're gonna need a rush on our special project before this shit hits the fan.
Wait, Rodin. What about Eggman?
Such a popular chap. I bet they hate him down there as much as you did when he was up here. We just need to make sure he won't come crawling back when they kick him out.
Nothing a flower bed can't fix. Fill her up.
You heard the man. Finish up in 5 minutes or you're walking home to your cake and candles.
What? Don't you leave me here!
Alright, in case you haven't guessed, I'll be talking through this part of this cutscene anyway. This game is very M-rated, mostly for the sexual themes put into it. There's only one sexually explicit attack in the game. It is a type of torture attack, which we'll be seeing in this next segment. Everything else is either language or sexually themed, but in either way, this is definitely not for kids.
Oh, what a day! I'm screwed! Ah, it's gonna take every cent I earned on this charade to pay for the damage. I tell you what, if I could see them bastards that did this to my car, forget about it.
Enzo, the road. Pay attention.
How can you be so calm? You're still getting screwed in all this too. Of all the low-life scum in too deep in this town, I've never seen one get wrapped up in a fight with God's messengers. Dressed like a nun, too. When you end up in the afterlife, that's not going to be pretty.
I can't help it if I like the little outfits. The toys are nice, too.
Hey, 20 years ago, you woke up stuck in a casket at the bottom of a lake. All you can remember is that you're a witch. But now, you're stuck because you gotta sacrifice our halo-wearing friends every day or they'll drag your ass back down to hell. I know, I thought I got screwed, But being forced to slap around the divine for a living, that's really getting screwed.
If I needed a biographer, you wouldn't be my first choice. I see to the funeral. You get me the information I asked for. That was our deal.
Come on now! Look at my poor car! I'm working for free after this! At least let me get a drink at Rodin's before you start drilling me. The info I got is good. It's gonna get you close to finding the other stone in the pair and figuring out some of that lost past of yours. I swear. After jewels instead of cash, just like a girl. Jesus, can't you take a joke?
Enzo, someone's given you a present. Hey, too bad. I can't stand bugs.
Huh? What the fuck?
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, this one.
You?
What's the matter, Bayonetta? All that sleeping made you soft.
That's an interesting fighting pose with guns in your hands. This is a very unique stage where there is perpetual witch time, where we're fighting on top of this plane. You have a set limited time to raise up your magic. Now, I have issues with the magic in this game. And that is because I don't know if magic is based on the damage, the amount of damage you do, or if it's based on the number of hits you do that you're doing to enemies. I don't know, honestly, and I don't think the game has ever explicitly told me. Now, like I said, I'm not perfect at this game, so please excuse me if I fail at certain things. I have to do certain multiple takes, but I'm not perfect, so I'm frequently going to miss. Ow, like that. Come on, I'm almost there. And here we go. Torture attacks are obviously finishing moves. You raise the amount of damage, or I suppose damage you do, with the gigaton meter by rapidly pressing the button it asks for. The more damage you do, the better. If you max it out, you get a ring bonus. I'm also going to be frequently calling the currency rings instead of halos because it's an intentional reference to Sonic anyway, so why not? You have to do 3 torture attacks before the timer ends.
Those assholes sure know how to get attention. Even perk the ears of the hotheads down home.
You don't say.
It's getting harder and harder to tell the worlds apart. Human world. Inferno. Paradiso. Who can tell the difference?
Even harder with Purgatorio in the middle. Fight long enough in there and you'll really lose sight. Why the sudden interest in metaphysics?
It's a balance, right? Even if some of them like messing around with the humans, we've all got a stake in the status quo. But people keep fucking around like this, the Book of Revelations is gonna look like Mother Goose. Heaven and hell are gonna go straight for each other's throats.
Heaven and hell can tear each other to pieces for all I care. I've got my own problems to worry about.
Something's up. Everything was a bit too brazen, and Enzo's tip makes the timing too perfect. This reeks of a setup. Someone in one of those lost memories calling you out. I got a little present for you. These babies are special. Built from an alloy the devil himself would kill to get his hands on. Don't break these, 'cause they're one of a kind.
Calling me out? I don't go in for strange offers. Then again, I'm getting a little tired of these weaklings they keep throwing at me. Maybe I should aim for something a bit more high class.
Pounding them down tonight, baby. Not to butt into your affairs, but I'm pretty sure you got somewhere better to be. The guys you're up against aren't the type to wait for you to finish a round. Enzo, her drinks are going on your tab, buddy. You deadbeat motherfucker.
And with that, the chapter is completed. At the end of each chapter, you will get a rank showing how well you did. And wow, I got a gold. That's different. Better than silver. Not as good as platinum or pure platinum, but whatever. You obviously get different statues for each rank. The lowest being a stone rank, which is below bronze. Above gold, it is platinum and then pure platinum. And at the end of each chapter, you get a little bonus round called Angel Attack, where you use bullets at the end to fire at different angels from the game. You rack up points that you can spend on items to add to your inventory. Each angel costs or gets you a different amount. This is obviously going to be easy because... There, I got him. I'm doing a lot... Oh. So I'd say a lot better, and I got 40 points. End at 40. I recommend not buying any of the items in this store because they're more expensive to buy in the store. In this one. If you wait until you get access to the in-game store, you'll be able to buy these cheaper. Each point equates to... for every point you have, it's multiplied by 100. That's how many rings they're worth. So at 40 points, my points are worth 4,000 rings. If you press circle, you can exchange them for halos. Normally, these green herb lollipops are worth 2,000 points. Or 2,000 halos. In the Angel Attack, they're worth 3,000 halos. So it's in your interest to exchange for halos rather than get items in the store. So yeah. In any case, who was the mysterious lady on that plane that attacked us? What is the secret behind Bayonetta's mysterious past? Will these all be answered by episode 2? Most likely not. Tune in next time for Let's Play Bayonetta. See you later, witches and warlocks.